Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with Newcastle United. We have been on an amazing run of form recently. The last two episodes we haven't lost a match over the course of 12 games, but we might lose one now. We are playing in the FA Cup against Brentford away. I am resting a few players because the league is what matters, not the FA Cup, and we have ground to make up on the leaders. So for this match, Carlos de Pena gets his first start. Mitrovic is back up front. Christensen makes his first start since joining us a few days ago. Diame in midfield too. Joe Gomez is going to start at right back with Mbemba and Lascelles in the centre, and Rob Elliott stays in goal for the injured Carl Darlow. It's not too many changes. Still a good team that should be able to beat Brentford really, but I would almost rather go out, but I don't want morale to take a hit. So if we go out, it needs to be for a good reason. But hopefully it won't impact our league form and we can carry on to climb up the league table. Oh, and we've scored. I wasn't expecting that. Normally the corner highlights don't work out, but it did that time. A great ball in from Gibson, and Mitrovic was there to touch it home. De Pena pumps the ball into the box. It is cleared out. Sawyer's looking to get away for Brentford. Now in Zogbia, plays it out, and Kai pulls it back. Woods, that is a brilliant counter-attacking goal from Brentford, and we are pegged back just a few seconds before half-time. Brentford looking for a late winner, and that's going out of play. There is a full-time whistle. It's a disappointing 1-1 draw, the worst of all outcomes, because it means we now have an extra game in our schedule for no reason. You might be able to see at the bottom right, we have broken our record signing by bringing in Christian Pulisic. It says the fee £7.5 million. It might be £34.5 million. He is a stunning young player with so much potential. He is going to come almost straight into the team. I think is Atsu a permanent player or is he on loan? He is on loan. Atsu is on loan. So we will probably lose him. I would like to keep him if we can, but I've spent a lot of money on Pulisic. He's been brilliant for me in previous games, and I think starting in the Championship will do him well. Hopefully he can fit in to the team with Atsu, but if not, he'll be fighting Atsu for the first team place. So definitely a good long-term signing, and it'll keep the fans and the chairman happy because he wants me to sign young players. So I don't have any doubts about him. I didn't need to expand the squad much, so I thought I may as well go for a big impact signing, boost the fans' morale and help the squad in the Premier League next season. So I think we'll probably get quite a big transfer budget if we do manage to get promoted, and if we don't get promoted I'll probably get sacked, so there's not too much risk in this. But I'm looking forward to seeing how he develops over the next couple of seasons. We're back in Brentford for the away game in the Championship this time instead of the FA Cup. We'll be playing Brentford again in midweek at home in the FA Cup replay. We were drawn away against Fulham if we managed to get through to the next round. So it wouldn't be bad. It would help the confidence around the club if we did get to the fifth round. So I am considering my stance on the FA Cup and potentially letting the team go out. But it's a full-strength team today. Dwight Gale starts up front. Richie and Aaron's on the wings. Pulisic is injured for a few weeks, so he won't be starting straight away. Christensen comes into the centre of midfield. And Lazar and Hammer starting on the wings with Gomez and Lascelles in the centre. Corner for Brentford. Judge puts in. There's Vibe off the post. We were so dominant in the first half, and then we just ceded that ground. But here's De Pena. He swings the ball in, and it's cleared out by Dean. Looks like it's going to finish as a draw. Another draw with Brentford. Both away from home though, so maybe not too troublesome. Matt Ritchie on the attack. Finds Mitrovic. We've got a man over if we can pick him out. Anita back to Christensen. There's Lazar. Can he get the ball in? He swings it in. Mitrovic is there, but that's a full-time whistle. It's finished 0-0. Time for our third game in a row against Brentford. This time we are at home, which will hopefully give us an advantage. Although, if we just scroll down, you will see the African Cup of Nations has started, and I wasn't really aware of how many African players are in our team. When you add in the injuries, it becomes so bad that we can't actually put 7 substitutes out of the first team squad. Rob Elliott also picked up an injury, so we now have got 2 goalkeepers injured. So if Woodman gets injured, I really don't know what we do. Even Hayden isn't fully fit, which means Dominic Iorfa is having to start with 79% fitness because we just don't have anybody good enough to replace him. So there will be some substitutions, probably players playing out of position. Actually, I might be able to shift these guys around and bring Christensen. There we go. That makes the team a bit better. But this is how we're going to start, and hopefully we will actually get through against Brentford. But again, I don't mind if we go out in the FA Cup, but given we've got Fulham in the next round, it would make sense to try and get through and get some extra goodwill with the board and the fans. Brentford making the early run in. Here's Judge into Vibe. It is cleared out. Shelvey with a wild tackle. We do get the ball away. Now Aarons has stolen possession and he can launch a counter-attack. He beats the defender, puts the ball across towards Richie, who has got the ball, plays in the middle, and it's gone in. I think it's an own goal from Unaris. It is, and on a counter-attack, we have got the lead despite not yet having a shot on goal. Barbet loses the ball to Gale. Gale can charge at the defence. He's fresh and fit and fast. He sends the ball across. There's Pena, who scores a brilliant goal, sent the keeper the wrong way. He gets his first goal for the club, and we're 2-0 up. There is a full-time whistle, and we have been very lucky to win that match. Brentford were by far the better team, but we just had the luck in a way that we didn't have at the start of this season. We have the chance to get revenge on Rotherham in this match, following that defeat earlier in the season away from home that nearly cost us our job. We have managed to stick around. We're still in a position in January, but we need to get a win because we're in 8th in the league at the moment, so we need to move back up the table, close the ground, even with all the players out. And Rolando Aarons also got injured in the last match, so we are getting thinner and thinner in terms of options. So hopefully this team that we've lined up will do the job against a struggling Rotherham, and we do have a few options on the bench, but it is going to be difficult if we have too many players underperforming. Gomez picks up the loose ball, finds Pena. Now Shelvey to Christensen. Just passing the ball around patiently. Shelvey shoots and it's gone in. Jonjo Shelvey scores a great goal and we're 1-0 up against Rotherham. 10 minutes left to play. Thoroughly deserved goal and result if we can hang on to it. Woodman clears the ball out. This should be the full-time whistle. There it is. We have got the win. Hard fought. They made us earn it, but we got the win in the end, and that is all that matters. Interesting match against Fulham in the FA Cup. It's going to be quite difficult. I'm not sure which way this will go. I feel like we're getting back to full fitness. Rob Elliott back in the team. Dwight Gale's going to start up front despite actually being absent from training, so I had to fine him 2 weeks' wages. He's not happy at our league position. I don't think he ever will be happy, which is annoying because he is perfect for that complete forward role, but that really poor run of form still having its effects on the team even now. Cheick Tiote is another one who is unhappy. He has got over it, but Dwight Gale hasn't. Carlos Pena is starting on the left flank. A few players coming back from the African Cup of Nations, Cheick Tiote being one. But otherwise, not too much changed. Isaac Hayden is back to full fitness after a week's rest. So I'm feeling a bit better about the depth of the squad, but we're still missing a lot of players, which will really add to the squad depth when they're back. Not a lot happened in this game, but Fulham are on the attack. Here's Coley Woodrow through to Kearney. Good save by Rob Elliott. Nearly half time, one last chance for Fulham before the whistle goes. Here's Ayite, finds Woodrow, and they've scored with 20 seconds of added time left. We're a goal down. Here's Ream on the edge of the area. Iorfa cuts it out, sends it long for Gale. Gale's beating the defence. Excellent chest trap. Players in the middle. Callas just not clearing it. It's come for Gale again, who finds De La Pena. De Pena makes it 1-1. Huge mistake in the Fulham defence, and we have capitalised. Pena across to Shelvey. Now Richie, we're in a good area, and Richie, it's come for Gale. 2 lucky goals, and we're 2-1 ahead against Fulham, and it is not deserved. Fulham coming at us with Johansson. Now Martin. Kearney's picked out Madl in a great position. He can swing it across. There's Ayite to Kearney. Well worked goal, 2-2. Just a few minutes left and we're on the attack, but Fulham cut out the ball. Sent forward Martin to Woodrow. They are looking for that late winner. I think both teams throwing everything at it. Fredericks in, And there's Ayite at the far post, and Fulham have won it at the death. We were pushing for it in an attacking manner, but it's Fulham who get the late goal, and we are going to be knocked out the FA Cup. There is a full-time whistle. We are out of the FA Cup. We put in a good shift. You can't accuse us of not going for it, but it's all over, and we are out, losing our first match in a long time. The final match of the episode now, and it is at home against QPR in the Championship. No more distractions in cup competitions. It's all about getting promotion to the Premier League now. Very strong team going out. Dwight Gale up front. We've got Anita Tiote back from the Africa Cup of Nations, and Shelvey in the centre. Depena starting on the left flank, and Gomez in. Even though Mbemba is back, I'm preferring Joe Gomez at central defence. QPR coming down on the attack with Silla. He skips past one tackle. Players in the middle if he can find them. Puts it over, and it's gone all the way in. We scored a fluke goal like that recently, but Poulter has been done for the foul. He pushed another player, and the goal is disallowed. QPR with a free kick on the edge of the area. They put it in. Kulka heads over. Late corner from Depena. The ball sent in. Oh, and it's headed out. Can Depena get it in? No, there's full-time whistles gone. Another really boring draw. We've had a few of these recently. They are the games that we should be winning. But it means that we remain unbeaten in the league at least. We are up to 8th place again, still 6 points off that second place spot. But we do have a game in hand, so if we win that, we could move up into those playoff positions again, although Fulham might knock us back down. But I'm not too unhappy. We are 9 points behind Norwich in the title chase, but the main concern at the moment is just making sure we get up into those playoff positions and guarantee a chance of making the Premier League next season. So we're a good way through the season now. We are starting to get back to normal kind of form. I feel like we need to start winning some of these draws that we've had recently, but at least we aren't losing points. And we will slowly inch up the table as it gets a bit more hectic. But that will be everything for this episode. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a like, and of course subscribe if you want to see more. I'm enjoying this series. I hope you are too. But until next time, see ya.